day, everyone. I'm Munishwari Kesavan and my metric ID is 42410022481. Today, I will be introducing the organization we choose for our video report is Jabatan Perikanan Malaysia Terengganu, also known as the Department of Fisheries Malaysia Terengganu. The Department of Fisheries is under the Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security. It helps to manage, protect and develop Malaysia's fisheries both in sea and inland waters. In Terengganu, the department supports the local fishermen, promotes aquaculture and works to stop illegal fishing. They also do research and training to help the fishing community use safe and sustainable methods. For this project, we interview Mr. Farid, a part of Procurement Officer from Jabatan Perikanan Malaysia Terengganu. He shared with us how the department handle its procurement processes, how they buy equipment, find suppliers, and follow government rules to make sure everything is done properly. Procurement is very important for their work because it helps them to get the right items like bolts, lab tools, and other materials to support daily operations and projects. In this video, we will share what we learned from Mr. Farid about their purchasing processes, supplier selection, and the people involved in making procurement decisions. Let's start by looking at the types of purchases they usually make.
Assalamualaikum and a very good evening. My name is Muhammad Farid Azwan bin Rosdan. I'm working in Jabatan Perikanan Malaysia Terengganu in Administration Department. Our office in Terengganu mainly purchases technical items such as boats, engines, nets, and aquaculture feed to support coastal and inland fisheries activities. We also purchase laboratory chemicals, monitoring tools, and IT equipment for research and reporting purposes. In addition, operational items such as office stationery, maintenance services, and training programs are also procured regularly. The majority of our purchases are technical items because our work involves field operations, aquaculture support, and fisheries research. Operational items like office supplies are purchased too, but on a smaller scale compared to the technical needs. We have both routine and project-based purchases. For example, aquaculture feed, lab consumables, and stationery are routine. However, specialized equipment like petrol boats, hatchery machines, or new monitoring systems are usually tied to special projects funded at the state or federal level.
In summary, from what we learned throughout our interview with Mr. Farid, most of the purchases made by Jabatan Perikanan Malaysia Terengganu are technical in nature, including boats, engine, aquaculture feed, and research equipment that are essential for their field and operation work. These technical items support their main activities such as aquaculture projects, fisheries monitoring, and marine research. At the same time, they also make smaller routine purchases like office supplies, maintenance services, and training materials to keep daily operation running smoothly. It's clear that procurement plays an important role in helping the department carry out its responsibility effectively and support the local fishing community. Now, to understand how the department identifies and selects its suppliers, and now I will hand over to my teammate Vishwanathan, who will share more about how Jabatan Perikanan Malaysia finds and evaluate their suppliers.
Hello everyone, my name is Vishwanathan. Continuing from Munir's part, our next focus is on how Jabatan Perikanan Malaysia Terengganu identify and select their suppliers for various goods and services. As a government agency, the Department of Fisheries operates under a structured and transparent procurement system designed to uphold fairness and integrity. Supplier selection is never based on personal preference, instead it follows a systematic evaluation process guided by the policies set by the Ministry of Finance. The department used the e-procurement system, which is Malaysia's official government procurement platform. Through this system, only registered and qualified suppliers can participate in the tenders or quotation. This ensures that every vendor chosen is credible, compliant, and capable of meeting the department's technical and service standards. Additionally, the department emphasizes factors like past performance, reliability, and compliance with environmental and sustainability standards, ensuring that supplies not only meet price and quality requirements but also align with national goals for responsible and sustainable practices.
In Terengganu, we identify suppliers mainly through the government's e-perolehan system. Sometimes we also rely on vendors who are already registered with the Ministry of Finance and have previous experience working with government agencies. Yes, e-perolehan is the official platform. All suppliers must be registered there before they can submit tenders or quotations. It ensures transparency and compliance with government procurement rules. It depends on the value and urgency. For higher value projects, we go through open tenders via e-perolehan. For medium scale purchases, quotations are collected from registered suppliers. For small or urgent needs, we may use direct negotiations as allowed under procurement regulations.
In summary, our interview with Jabatan Perikanan Malaysia Terengganu highlighted that their supply selection process is both rigorous and transparent. Every step from registration to final evaluation is designed to maintain accountability, fairness, and value for public spending. This careful approach helps the department build long-term partnership with trusted vendors while ensuring all procurement activities comply with government regulations and sustainability goals. Next, my teammate Divya will continue by explaining how the department makes its purchasing decision and the key policies that guide their procurement operations.
Hi everyone, I'm Divya. In this part of our video, we explore how Jabatan Perikanan Malaysia Terengganu makes its purchasing decision and the policies that guide those processes. Procurement decisions in a government department like this are never made randomly. Every purchase, whether it's for equipment, services, or suppliers, must follow these specific procedures and comply with national procurement guidelines. This ensures all the transactions are conducted fairly, transparently, and in the best interest of the organization. From our discussion with the officers, we learned that the department uses a clear set of criteria when selecting products and services. This includes price competitiveness, product quality, compliance with the technical specification, delivery schedules, and after-sales support. For certain types of projects, especially those related to aquaculture and marine conservation, sustainability and environmental impact are also key factors in decision making. The department strictly follows the Malaysian government procurement guidelines and their own internal standard operating procedures, which is SOP. This document serves as a roadmap to ensure that every step from supplier selection to evaluations and final approval is properly documented and aligned with the federal regulations. They also apply a two-step evaluation process. First, the technical assessment is carried out to ensure that product or service meet all requirement standards. Only those that pass the technical phase are compared based on cost and value for money. This approach ensures that decisions are not made purely based on the lowest price but on the best overall value and performance. Additionally, because the fisheries sector is closely linked to environmental conservation, sustainability plays a very important role. The department prioritizes eco-friendly products such as aquaculture feed and fishing gear that do not harm marine biodiversity. This reflects their commitment to responsible and sustainable fisheries management.
In Terengganu, our criteria include price competitiveness, quality of the product, compliance with technical specifications, delivery timeline, and after-sales service. For certain projects, we also consider sustainability and environmental impact. Yes, we strictly follow the Malaysian government procurement guidelines and our department's internal SOPs. This ensures fairness, transparency, and accountability in all purchasing activities. First, we do a technical evaluation to make sure the product or service meets the required specifications. Only those that qualify technically will be compared on the price and value for money. This two-step evaluation ensures we don't choose based on price alone. Yes, definitely. Since fisheries are directly related to the environment, we take sustainability into account. For example, we ensure aquaculture feed and fishing gear do not damage marine biodiversity and comply with eco-friendly practices.
So overall, Jabatan Perikanan Malaysia Terengganu follows a strong and well-structured procurement policy framework that ensures every purchase is transparent, accountable, and environmentally responsible. Their approach demonstrates how government procurement can balance operational needs with sustainability and compliance, ensuring that every ringgit spent truly supports both the organization goals and well-being of our natural resources. Next, my teammate Jody will continue by explaining who is involved in the procurement process and how the final purchasing decisions are made within the department.
Hello everyone, my name is Jody Leshmi Wilson. I'm from Human Resource Management Flexi class. Today, to wrap up our discussion, we explored people and departments involved in the procurement process and how the final purchasing decisions are made in Jabatan Perikanan Malaysia Terengganu. So procurement is a government agency. Like, this isn't handled by a single person or a department. Instead, it is a collaborative effort that ensures every purchase is properly reviewed, justified, and also approved. So the process typically begins with requesting divisions, which identifies the need for goods or services. Then the technical team evaluates the specifications, and then the procurement units manages the tender or the quotations process, and the final division ensures budget compliance and financial accuracy. So this structured involvement of multiple divisions actually creates a strong system of checks and balances, preventing bias and also promoting transparency throughout the procurement process.
In Terengganu, procurement usually involves the requesting division, the technical team, the procurement unit, and the finance divisions. Each plays a specific role in the process. The level of authority depends on the amount. For high-value purchases, approval comes from the State Director of Fisheries or even the procurement board at the federal level. For smaller purchases, it may be approved by only the divisional heads. Yes, in urgent cases such as natural disasters and emergencies, procurement can be fast-tracked using negotiations. Approval is usually given by the State Director of Fisheries or an officer with delegated authority. That's all from me. Thank you.
Today, to wrap up our discussion, we explored people and departments involved in the procurement process and how the final purchasing decisions are made in Jabatan Perikanan Malaysia Terengganu. So procurement is a government agency. Like, this isn't handled by a single person or a department. Instead, it is a collaborative effort that ensures every purchase is properly reviewed, justified, and also approved. So the process typically begins with requesting divisions, which identifies the need for goods or services. Then the technical team evaluates the specifications, and then the procurement units manages the tender or the quotations process, and the final division ensures budget compliance and financial accuracy. So this structured involvement of multiple divisions actually creates a strong system of checks and balances, preventing bias and also promoting transparency throughout the procurement process. Hi, it's me again. So, in conclusion, what we found is that procurement decisions at Jabatan Perikanan Malaysia Terengganu are guided by a clear hierarchy of approval and also accountability. Final approval authority depends on the value of and also the urgency of the purchase. Smaller purchase may be approved by divisional heads, and while larger or high valuable procurement requires authorizations from the state director of fisheries, or even in some cases by federal procurement board. So in urgent situations such as emergency or natural disasters, the process can be fast-tracked through direct negotiation, but even then the approval must come from authorized officers to maintain transparency and also compliance. Overall, this system ensures that every procurement decision is made responsibly, transparently, and in line with the government policies. So this marks the final part of our interview findings with Jabatan Perikanan Malaysia Terengganu. Thank you so much.